Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Buster's Book Reviews. And here we are at volume 41. Boy, it seems like only yesterday I was doing part 1, huh? Well, in this episode we've got a author that's a regular, Dean Koontz. Now this is he's got a new book coming out later this month, but this is the last one he did. This one is called Elsewhere. Okay, here's what you got. You got this guy named Jeffrey Coltrane, and he's got an 11-year-old daughter, named Amity. Well, 7 years ago, his wife walked out on him and her, because she wasn't happy. She was trying to do a music career, and it didn't work out, and she just kind of selfishly walked out, and they never saw her again. And at this point, he almost has to assume she's dead, even though he wants to hope that she's alive, so he dissolves his marriage. Well, one night when him and his daughter are walking home from a restaurant having dinner, the old guy, this old hobo that comes around and talks sometimes, is sitting in the chair on the porch, and he doesn't think she's dangerous, but he still gets Amity in the house and tells her to stay there or everything. He sits down, talks to the old dude, and he don't really seem like a hobo, because he's kind of a distinguished dude, like he could have been a professor at a college or something. Well, normally they talk about normal stuff, but tonight he's the guy sounds a little bonkers. He goes off and tells him that he has this thing that's called the key to everything, and that it could be the most dangerous thing in the world or whatever, and it's something that he invented, and that there's these people that are after it. And he gives it to Jeffrey because he says he trusts him. He knows he'll do the right thing. He said, keep this for a year, and if I don't come back for it, bury it at the bottom of the ocean. So Jeffrey's kind of like, okay, yeah, I'll humor the old dude and everything. So he takes it. Well, sure enough, these people claiming to be government agents, and this one jackass dude comes in searching their home and everything, looking for it, and he actually did luckily have it hidden away or whatever. So him and Amity are kind of like, well, maybe there is something to this or whatever. So they get it, they put it on it almost looks like a cell phone, put it on the table, and they're looking at it, wondering what the heck could be, and her pet rat, or her pet mouse, runs down her arm, she had it, jumps on the thing and activates it. And they grab each other and they get flashed into this other place. What this machine is it takes you to alternate worlds. There's like hundreds of alternate worlds where the same people exist, but they're like different timelines or whatever. And they go to this place that's kind of a real militant place that's almost like a communist place, or, well, it's way past communist. Well, it's a very bad place, let's just say that. And unfortunately, it's very scary to think that our own world could be headed this way. But anyway, they're in this very bad place, and they got to find they explore it, and then they got to figure out how this thing works, how to get back home. And finally, they get out of there, and they explore this world, and they do manage to get back home. Okay, now this is going to be a little bit of a spoiler, but I don't think it'll ruin the book for you. We switch to a scene where his wife is talking to this same old dude, the hobo, and you're thinking, well, she must be nearby or whatever, so she must not have been that far, but it turns out this is an alternate world where the same old dude invented the same thing. So he's in multiple timelines inventing this thing that goes to other timelines, other worlds. And in this world, the wife is alone because Jeffrey and his daughter got killed. They were dead in this timeline. So the old dude wants to help her get her family back with an alternate version where they don't have her. So he's kind of trying to play matchmaker because he's grown very fond of her and everything. So it can be a little confusing, don't get me wrong. But this is an awesome book. I loved it. The characters are so sympathetic and lovable and funny, and you just got to read it to really get into it. They end up exploring a few different worlds and everything, and like I said, it can be a little confusing, but you got to understand that it's like the multiverse theory and everything, which you've probably heard of. Going to multiple universes that have, like, it's kind of the same but different in ways. And some are very, very, very horribly different, you know. And let's hope our timeline doesn't go to crap like some of these did. But I honestly think it could be some of the best work he's ever done. He's been writing a long time. This would have to go in my top 3 favorites that he's ever done. And it's a solid 5-star read. He doesn't leave it open-ended like he does a lot of his books. So that was awesome too. So I highly recommend going out and grabbing this one. And I've got his new one coming in the mail as soon as it comes out. And but this was just an awesome read. And that's Dean Koontz's Elsewhere. He's exploring multiple timelines, and it's just a fun read. Now, I guess that's about all I can say about it without spoiling too much. But that'll do it for this video. I want you to like and subscribe to the channel so you can get more Buster's book reviews. If this is your first time watching Buster, go back and watch his other book reviews. And got plenty of Dean Koontz ones. Follow Chris Snyder at Chris Snyder83 on Twitter. And read all of his books, of course, because you know I'm a big fan of Chris Snyder's books. So I guess that'll do it for this video. And as Chris always says, happy reading.